mostly just the former, just the drinking, not so much thinking. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I was definitely drinking a lot during that year, and writing songs for what would become this record and would become this project. The name of the band, Apex Manor. But none of that was really known at the time. I was just trying to write songs, and I was demoing them at home, and so I was trying to generate enough material for a record. But it was at times really kind of depressing and not going so well. But at other times it was really really fun, and I was really spent the whole year kind of at home. I didn't have a day job at the time, and so I was trying. Again, it was kind of in fits and starts. But when I was productive, it was really nice to be working on music all the time. And then there were other periods where it wasn't really happening, and that was less fun. The Broken West, I think we kind of decided all as a band in probably like spring of '09 that we were going to hang it up. We were doing a tour at that time. Opening for Carl Newman, who's the lead singer of New Pornographers, and he had a solo record out, and the Broken West was opening for him. I think it was during that tour, which was probably March of '09, where we decided that would probably be our last tour. Our label, Merge Records, had a 20th anniversary festival and party in North Carolina in the summer of '09 that we were committed to play, so we went and did that, but we kind of basically broke up during that tour. And then Apex Manor was sort of born, I guess, when I got the record deal from Merge to do it, which was in like January 2010. So it was probably about a 9-month span between the breakup of that band and knowing that I was going to be able to do another record. It was many more months before it actually had a band name and a record title and the record was done, but that was the time when I didn't know what was going on.
Well, he mentioned already a little bit of what he did after we broke up. I kind of went back to being a sideman, do a lot of sideman work in LA, and I also started a band of my own, started writing my own songs, and went into the studio to try to record those.
And I think actually pretty early, like pretty soon after the Broken West broke up, he and I were spending a lot of time together, and we both kind of made this pact that we would basically produce each other's record. And so, and his record is almost done, but I've been producing that, and he co-produced my, Apex Manor. So I think in like May of '09, we both kind of said, well, we really love each other, and we love hanging out, and we love working together, so we will just kind of work with each other on our respective projects. And so that was, I don't know, I remember that being sort of like, that was kind of a plan,
That was a loose plan, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in hindsight, it was, because, and I was telling someone the other day that I'd written probably like, I guess about 5 of the songs that are on the record had been written before that contest. But I still didn't, I'd been sending demos to Merge, but I hadn't heard anything back, and so I didn't really know what was going on. And then that contest came around in like November of '09, and the song I wrote, which is one that we performed today, it's called Under the Gun. I liked how it came out, and I was happy with it. And I think that kind of rejuvenated me, and then I ended up sort of like resubmitting 5 or 6 songs, including Under the Gun, to Mac and Laura, who own Merge. And then shortly thereafter, they said that they liked them and they wanted to put the record out. And so then after that, I wrote like the last half of the record, basically. It scared the hell out of me. It really did. I mean, yeah, I sent demos for 2 songs to Mac and Laura in like early September of '09. And Mac, and then I sent a couple more like about a month later. And each time, Mac, as soon as they got them, Mac would write back and say we were excited to hear him. But then I hadn't heard anything, And
that's
so
kind of their style.
That's their style. I mean, and what actually, and sort of what it taught me was that like what I decided to do after I finished Under the Gun, and I liked how it turned out. I decided to make each one of them a CDR, and I mailed that to them, and then immediately I got a response. So I think what I learned was that maybe just don't send them MP3s. They still like to listen to CDs in their car and stuff. So. But yeah, for the 3 months or so, when I wasn't hearing anything, I was terrified. Thought, God, do they hate this? Is this not going to happen? I don't know what was going on. Yeah, it was really weird. It was really strange. It was like it was supposed to start. Yeah, it was a Friday afternoon, and it had to be recorded and submitted by that Sunday. And so, and as Adam, because Adam and I have known each other from college, he knows that I don't always do that well with deadlines. So I was really freaking out about, I wanted to get, it meant nothing really, except to me, and I was like, I for one time in my life, I'd like to try to get something done on time and be pleased with it, and so that was sort of, there was a lot of personal pressure that I was putting on myself to finish it and submit it in time, and I think I was like an hour late in submitting it, but it was pretty much I made the deadline.
That's really good for you.
That's really good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.